Hey everybody, it's Astro D. We are relationships and synastry. That's my specialty, but I love throwing some flavor and simplicity onto astrology. Thank you for joining me this week for my weekly love horoscopes, where I talk about what's going on this week and I break it down for all signs how it's going to affect you. So I hope you took advantage of all the awesome energy that went down last week. You know, we went through that and all the moon, new moon and all that stuff. But this week, right, I'm going through the week of the 12th through the 19th. So today to the 19th, and I'm going to talk about how all signs will be affected by all this stuff. So anyway, make sure you follow me at AstroDEstars5 on Instagram. Make sure you leave a message in the comments and let me know how your week is going or how it was going, and tell me your stories. Tell me everything going down. So anyway, you have Neptune opposing Mercury and the Sun. That's just starting off, you know, getting into the week. Right away, you know, this isn't a week for major, you know, plans and decisions. I mean, do what you gotta do. I never tell anybody to don't do what you got to do, you know, in the name of a transit, but, you know, do what you got to do. And I think that, you know, things could be a little foggy, right, concerning communication. Maybe there's a massive wave of maybe people just like not saying what they mean or meaning what they say type of situation could be going down. Also low energy with opposing the Sun, no ego. You know, Neptune kind of dissolves the ego when it hits on the Sun. Right, Mars is also entering into Aquarius, right? This is on the 10th. But see, Mars is acting up now. Mars ain't acting right. Mars is pretty much rolling up in a party and acting like a jerk. Mars is not being nice, coming into Aquarius. All right, it squares the moon, it squares Venus, and it squares Uranus. It's gonna square Venus all week. Even next week, it's gonna be squaring Venus. So that's not even cute. Mars, why are you acting like that? So basically Mars entering Aquarius, Mars is entering this rebellious type of energy, you know what I mean? Mars is about doing something that everybody's not doing. It's quite rebellious in Aquarius. And of course with it hitting onto Uranus, things are not expected. Try not to make any sudden moves. You know what I'm saying? That's not normally what you would do. But all of a sudden you're like, I feel like I need to do this. Pow! You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you're in jail. And that's not even cool, but it's quite unexpected with it hitting on Mercury, you know, and hit on the moon, just being aggravated. Aggravation would really kind of cause sudden reactions, sudden strange reactions that one may not normally be used to. Okay? So this is new energy though. Where Mars goes is where our energy, our focus, our drive goes, where the busyness in life, this is where it goes, where Mars is going. So you have to look at your chart. Now when I do these, when I break down all the signs, I'm going by ascendant sign. So make sure you get your birth chart calculated and look at your ascendant, find out what it is. And I'm using whole signs. So make sure that you also have an understanding of astrology. It doesn't hurt to kind of go through a lot of videos, understand, you know, go back and really get a good idea, okay, on how to interpret your chart, because that'll make these videos all the more juicy, okay, all the more better. So it's in a flighty air sign, however, with fixed ideals. So it's like Aquarius is like, look, I will switch up and down all around all I want to, but once I make up my mind and what I decide to switch to is what it is. I'm not moving from that until I feel like it. Okay? Jupiter's going to be sextiling Pluto. This is where morality, all right, and power blend, but blend in a good way, not oppose square in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Morality and power. We want to hope that's usually in alignment. You know, you'll kind of want that. All right? But Mars shifts our focus and how we're dealing with life. You know, where our energy goes, where we're going to be putting our energy this month. And once you understand where you're going to be putting your energy, you can navigate accordingly. You know, you don't have to let the charts rule your life. You don't have to let that, I mean, that's so debatable though, but it does rule, some astrologers may say, but it does rule your life. You know, fate, free will, that whole debate that goes on and on and on. with that being said. But me, like I said, I truly do feel like, you know, you can do what you want within a situation. Sometimes there is a big picture, but a lot of times, you know, we don't know if we're changing the big picture by the little things that we're doing. I don't know, I'm going too deep. But anyway, let me get into this sign predictions and talk about how Mars enters Aquarius and how that's going to affect you, how that's going to affect your energy, your aggression, your assertion. Where are you going to get pissed off? Have the propensity to get pissed. And once again, be careful with any reading that you receive that you're not the one projecting and making these things happen, right? And it's like I just made it worse because I heard a reading that said I was going to be angry at my job. So you're going to go to work angry. No, you're going to go to work making sure that you have a positive attitude, right? You're going to go to work doing that, and that way you're not letting astrology rule your life. You're just being a better person. So now, Aries, for you it's going to be in your 11th house. These are your social activities. You're going to be hanging around friends more often, wanting to go out, do your thing, talk to people more, right? Friends, gathering groups, being busy in that, you know, being social, okay? Mars entering for Taurus, it's going to be in the 10th house. This is a push for career goals. Where are you going to climb? Where's your end, right? But Taurus, you guys are also going through some really awesome love stuff. So anyway, Taurus, just to be said though, work will give you some energy. No matter what's going on in love, your focus is going to be on building your career status, building your legacy. Taurus, what am I going to be known for in the years to come? That, my friend Taurus, is where you're going to be putting your energy. Gemini, this is about educating yourself, changing your beliefs, readjusting them, gearing them so that you can get your goals. We have to do that, right? We have to adjust our beliefs so that we can get what we want, because sometimes we don't believe we can get the things that we want to get. So this is where desire and belief are not in cohabitating very well, okay? So this is where, Gemini, you may start to discover ways to do that. You know, you may actively start to figure out ways to change your beliefs through hypnosis, NLP. I love those two methods. I think they're awesome. Through those methods, you know, you can also figure out ways to actively change your beliefs, or maybe just to go away. Maybe it's time for you to travel. Maybe it's time for you to explore, depending on where your Mars is and the condition of your 9th house as well. Cancer, it's in the 8th house. You're clearing out some debts, I hope, right? Not creating debts, not over splurging and not spending. You are making sure that you clear it away and you do the right thing. Also, be very careful of, you know, partners and intimacy. Make sure that, you know, you're protecting yourself, and make sure that you are choosing the right person and you don't have like razors in your bed sheets, okay? Or when you're getting too close to your heart, you know, it might be a little too sharp there. Leo, this is teaming up with another person. Your energy is going to be, or that energy could be coming to you, really. People might want to team up with you more, demanding your time, demanding your partnership, for you to come with me, just me and you, come on, you know, one-on-one, squaring up. Somebody might want to fight you, okay? With that 7th house Mars. No, I mean, let's think of this positively, you know, try to cooperate with people. Definitely try to cooperate with people to avoid arguments and to avoid fights, especially in your one-on-one partnerships and in your business partnerships and with your clients, all right? Virgo, this is about getting your job done correctly, clearing out where are there illnesses in your life, where is your routine slacking. Do you need to put some fire under your gut to get in that gym, to get on that health routine, you know, eat whatever you need to eat to heal, you know, eat to live and heal, letting food be that medicine. This is where we learn that in Mars. Mars also wants to clear out debts too. Oh, this is invading the debts are in the 6th house. So Vedic astrology looks at it like that. My rings are breaking. Vedic astrology looks at it like that, but Mars in the 6th house could be that, you know, could be the elimination of illnesses, clearing out impurities and stuff like that. We want to defeat it. We want to fight it. The fighting of illnesses. You know, usually when people have Mars in the 6th house, it's like, I got to get this. I'm going to get you illness, fighting and illnesses, right? Aggressive changes that need to be made to your routine and your schedule. All right, so Libra is in the 5th house. This is where we learn to, you know, have a good time, Libra. You know, love gets a real intense spin. Very strange, intense spin. This is where you're more active with your children. Maybe your kids are getting on your damn nerves too. Maybe your romantic partner is getting on your nerves, or just making you want to be more active, making you want to work out and do your thing now. You know what I'm saying? You might have found something in sports. All right, it's extremely appealing, right, with this aspect here. Scorpio, it's in your 4th house. Moving. Could be some tension in the home. Be very careful with that. Make sure that, you know, you are negotiating and you're being cooperative. You got Jupiter on your ascendant. You don't need to be a pain in the ass. Excuse my language. You can absolutely, I didn't really say that. You can absolutely still negotiate and make sure you're locking up your home. No thefts in the home. Make sure you got that extra security. Make sure you're careful who you let in your house. Not letting them argumentative people with a bunch of baggage and complaints and frustration coming in. Get out. Okay? Sagittarius, this is in your 3rd house. Be careful not to speak too roughly to people. Make sure that you communicate, or it could be time for you to stand up for yourself and to assert yourself in your communications, right? Making sure you're not in rough neighborhoods. Avoid rough neighborhoods if you can, or rough people coming to your neighborhoods. You know, crime watch. Get your peoples and make sure you're looking out. Make sure you get your keys on you when you walk into your car, stuff like that. This is the local area. And Mars, like I said, that's aggressive. Sometimes it's enemies. Sometimes it's just negative influences coming in. So just be careful about that in your community. Walk around just with more. And I think you should do that anyway. You should be more careful where you're walking around and stuff like that. But be careful what you say, because you can be quite argumentative, or aggressive things could be said about you. Aggressive things could be said about what you say. Like, oh my God, she sounds stupid. Right, okay, Capricorn, this is in the 2nd house, right? Pushing the ability to overspend or to make that money, making a lot of money. Activity in the sense of building possessions and gathering possessions. Creating more and more wealth for yourself. Finding new ways to create wealth for yourself. You know, just being very active in that area of self-worth as well. This is a good house for Mars to be in. You just got to be very careful that when you're making the money, that you're not overspending the same amount that you just made. Aquarius, it's in your 1st house. So try not to be too aggressive. Try not to go straight ahead in people's faces, because it could be tempting. All right, Aquarius, make sure that you do charge forward, and Mars is pretty much on the move by now, so you can do what you got to do. Aquarius, get it done. You got that Jupiter in the 10th house, okay, and you're feeling strong. Make these ideas happen. Push it forward. Make things work the way you need them to work. I absolutely believe in you, Aquarius. Okay, you got that Mars in your 1st house. You know, you're feeling strong. Right? Just make sure that when people come at you, you know, you're thinking about the opportunities coming in your career. You don't let them make you want to slap them up. Because people could be pissing you off, challenging you, coming at you on your body, coming to your physical. All right, be very careful handling sharp objects as well. And Pisces. The Mars in the 12th house, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Mars in the 12th house. You know, it's a house of self-undoing. Mars cannot see in the 12th house. This is where we can undo ourselves. This is where, you know, you tie up your shoes and then you untie them without realizing it, and you trip on your shoes. And you don't realize where it happened. You don't know anything. You didn't know. You don't realize you were the one that messed that up. So with Mars in the 12th house, you have to be really, really careful to not undo yourself, and to make sure that you can kind of, it's difficult to see where the enemies are, because Mars does rule enemies sometimes in aggression and assertion. People could be cursing you out. You might not even realize it. Like Do you know that person just insulted you? I'm like, no, I didn't really notice that. No. And you know, Mars in the 12th house also creates a restlessness within the sleeping patterns as well. So be very careful. Try to get some good sleep. You know, melatonin it out. Do whatever you got to do to make sure. Tai Chi is awesome during this time. Doing some type of physical meditation, yoga. Physical meditation is really good, or active exercises for sleep, or in your dreams or in your sleep can be really awesome. So, I hope you enjoyed this weekly horoscope. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this lovely, awesome page full of awesome readers and astrologers and tarot readers and psychics and all this great stuff. Alright, and make sure you also hit me up on @AstroDEE_5 with any questions, and leaving all of your love and information in the comments. I absolutely love to look at the comments. I can't even get to them all the time. I don't want to say everything to everybody, but it's just like, damn, can you really do that? I can. I'm going to go back and get it all. So, hope you guys have a great week. It's not as bright and shiny as the last week, but it's still a great week because we're here living this earth experience.